All right, in this lesson here, what Mr. Stevens is going to be doing is actually blocking in our image for the front image plane.
Correct.
Okay, Derek, take it away.
All right, now you guys have already seen the T-square, the importance of the T-square, correct?
That's correct.
I'm putting this on the side of my desk right now, flush, so when it moves, it only moves up and down, okay? Please do forgive the wrinkle here. Now, since I have graph paper, you can see these lines lined up. And if you look close, if you can zoom in just a little bit, Buzz, if I wanted to tape this paper down right here, this is so not lined up. You have to be very precise when doing image planes. So, since I know the edge of my desk is flush, straight, I'm going to line my T-square up with the lines right here on the graph paper. So again, I grab my old tape my corners down, because once this is down, I don't want my image to move. All four corners are going down, and they're now down. We know she's forehead lengths high, correct? Because we've already studied that. So what I'm going to do here is measure, here's one, here's my second to here, and I'm already going to do, from her neck, I'm taking some lines all the way across. The top of her head, I'm taking this all the way across like that. I know this is where I want her torso to be, because again, I'm measuring out from head here to head here. That's the torso. I'm going to take that across like this. Now, since these are proportions that I want, remember the chest, her chest. She's not some super image type character. She's manga deformed. She's a cute girl. So we're not going to have a big barrel chest or anything looking like Pamela Lee Anderson. What we're going to do is draw the circle out really light like this. Remember, the biggest thing I had to overcome when I was doing image planes, these are not flattering. She's not in a beautiful pose. She's just going to be standing there with her arms to the side. So we're not looking for a work of art. We're looking for, what's the word? Preciseness? Is that a word? Like
sure.
See-throughiness? Opacity-ness? Okay, I got my basic shape right here. This is where I know I want my torso to be at. It's going to end right here down by the crotch. Again, making a really light circle. So we have 1, we have 2. She's 4 altogether high. So that means from here to here, as I measure out, this is where her knees are going to go. I make a mark in my paper like this. I'm going to take this all the way across. I know this is where I want my knees to go. And I'm going to start building in some cylinders right here. Right here. Now you're saying, Derek, you're kind of hurrying. What's going on? You're not being as precise as you might want to be. Exactly. All we got to do is we need to nail one side down, make it look good. We're going to use the same technique as we use in the face to mirror the image over, all right? That's how we get our precision. We're going to do our shoulder pads, shoulders, right up through here like this. And all we really need to do is draw one arm. That's for modeling purposes. So if your workflow's mirroring geometry, this will be very helpful. I'm going to measure my arm. It's 1 head length long. And this current form from the shoulder all the way down to the hand. So I'm measuring here. And I elect to model at a 45-degree angle. To me, that helps for skinning purposes. But again, that's more into modeling. So from here to here, make my hand. Now, I'm grabbing my model sheet. If you're looking here in the model sheet, we have some shoulder pads here. We have this little area right here. I'm going to say it's universal translator, so she can talk all sorts of different jibber jabber. We have 1, 2, 3 rungs right here. Looks like this is where her chest plate ends, and this is so she can bend. So let's concentrate on that just right now, shall we? What I'm going to do is make a little circle for her translator right across like this. Her chest plate is going to come up at an angle because we want to show that it can bend up like this. Switching back to the model sheet back here, we look at them side by side. We see this through here, how it dips down. This is what we got to convey onto our image plane. So, coming back through here, this dips down under just about like that. So now, can you zoom back just a little bit, Buzz? So we can kind of look at them side by side here. Okay. Now we have 1 and we have 2. So I'm going to bring her body down about like this. And I'm going to go 1. And then I'm going to go 2. And everyone claps because I can count 2. Let's look at your shoulder pad from here to here. Now there's a round feel to it, alright? That's going down. So we need to convey this into the arm motion. It's going to be high up here like this, coming down around like that. Same way with this area right over here. Round, almost like a teardrop shape, coming down. Again, right now I'm going to be able to cut her straight in half. Now I'm going to retrace this side. This is the side that I want because I'm going to put the side view right across here. So this is the side I want to make really precise. Okay, let's look at her belt right here, correct? See how this comes up at an oval? Right underneath this little part of a metal armor right here that will bend. So since we indicated this is here, looking at our model sheet, I'm eyeballing it, and it should be right about this area right here like this. The belt comes up quite a bit past number 1, all the way up to almost number 2. So I'm bringing the belt across like this. I want to make it look like it has form and make it look like it's wrapping around her. So we have the beginnings of the belt. We have the armor that bends through here. Little indentions here. Let's work on her arm now. We have the right proportions from here to here. I'm going to do a straight cylinder. Now we all know halfway there's got to be an elbow. We've got to put some geometry in here. And let's look at her glove. This huge gauntlet. Now there's not a lot of detail here, but there's enough that we should be able to get an idea of what it looks like in the front view. And I'm going to draw this area right here first, because it's thin, down to about here. This area here, it comes out, so it's going to jet out and down about so. And then her hand will be here like this, indicating of her thumb. Her neck is here. Universal translator here. Let's go ahead and move down to her feet and arms. Feet and armored of her legs. Let's look at this model sheet one more time. Her knees, kneecaps, they're almost reverse triangles. Would you call them reverse triangles? Reverse teardrop shapes?
Reversed?
I don't know, man. It's late.
Okay.
They look like this.
Teardrop shapes.
Teardrop shapes. Here we go. What we want to do is indicate teardrop shapes like this here. Just for giggles, I'm going to put it on this side over here as well. Now look at this armor. There's 1, 2, at least 2 pieces that come down here. So I'm going to indicate 1. So I split this in half here. And it looks like this is going to come out over here. Now we can't really tell how far this comes out because this hand's in the way. This leg over here is a good indicator that there's some sort of piece that jets out. So let's use that, alright? What we're going to do is cut this down at an angle like this, since there's an indicator right here, and make this a bigger, bulky part of her armor and come down to here. Now we have this leg done here. We're going to measure her feet. Again, she's 1, 2, 3. We know 4 is going to wrap her up, coming down to here. As a measure, place my mark here. My T-square comes across like this, all the way across. Make my indications of where her feet. Now this is where a lot of people are going to mess up. They're going to draw the feet, if you can look at my pencil, straight down at an angle like this. People don't stand like that naturally. She's going to have her legs out like this just a bit. And looking at the model sheet, they're not super, super big. They have their own shape. Remember, recognize the shapes. I'm going to come down here like this. This part wraps up around and comes around up here like that. Comes up, down here like this, and her feet need to end right here. Also look right here. on the kneecaps. We have 1, 2 indicators where it's going to be able to bend some way. If you have knees, you're going to have to bend so you can walk. And the kneecaps, and we'll come across just like this. Now what I'm going to do here in the next lesson, I'm going to jet through it fast. I'm going to take this, put it on the light table, I'm going to clean it up, make it look presentable, flip it over, and we're going to mirror it over to the other side.
Okay.
So this is a real quick lesson how to block it out in a front view.
All right. Thanks a lot, Derek.